welcome back. Zena here. I'm going to talk to you about 3 different books today. So we have the peek inside, the look inside, and we have the see inside. So these 2 books, Peek Inside and Look Inside, are for kiddos ages 3 and up, and the see inside is for kiddos about ages 7 and up. So I'll start with the peek inside. So this one is called Peek Inside the Garden. We also have the farm, animals, space, a bunch of different really cool books in this series. So like I said, this is for ages 3 and up. So this is a little bit of information on each page, just enough to engage your kiddos, as well as flaps. And even the first page already has some interaction where you have a hole in the fence. So you just basically lift down the flap, and we have a little bit of information here under the ladybug. We flip to the next page. You have a butterfly. They can pull down this flap. It says a pretty butterfly, and then a little bit more information about that butterfly. So not a whole lot of stuff on each page, but just enough to capture their attention and even help them learn a little bit. So these are really engaging for those little kiddos. My daughter can sit here and flip and flap this thing for hours. Sometimes she does like to rip it off, but I try to keep an eye on her with that. Here you have a little window that you can open. And it even asks questions. You know, it says, what's growing in the vegetable patch? So they can really think about the question before they flip open the vegetable patch. So it helps them to learn as well. See, this is a really, really cool book. Okay? Then you have your look inside. This is awesome too. Wait till you see the inside of this book. You will be just as amazed as I was, and then I sat down and looked at it for hours. So this is called Look Inside Space. So here, this has a little bit more information than your Peek Inside books. So you have multiple flaps on every page, and then little chunks of information. So let's go to this page. This is really cool. So you have your moon. It said, why does the moon change shape? So again, it asks them a question, it interacts with them, it engages them. I mean, look at these pictures. There you go, you have a little bit of information, and then wait, you have another flap inside your flap for even more information. So this will keep your kids busy, as well as really, really help them to learn, and they will really like to learn. When you have books like this that really captures a child, they will want to come back for more, they'll want to read more, and that is what we're striving for at Usborne. We want your kids to learn to love to read. Okay, so here you have the solar system, Milky Way. It says, what's at the middle of the Milky Way? And then flip it open and there's your answer. I think these are so much better than textbooks. Textbooks are just long words and they're not fun. These books are just really, really cool. So this book, See Inside Your Body, is for kiddos that are much older. So this has a little bit more detail, but just, I'd say, higher depth of learning. So here you have your amazing body, and already on the first page you have your flaps. So you can lift this flap over, and then you see a muscle inside. And again, it just gives you little bits of information. So here you have the body. You can open the food pipe, and it tells you a little bit about the food pipe. Your kidneys and your liver. This is called breathing air, and it gives little quizzes too as well. When you breathe in, your ribs move out, and then you see this little boy taking a breath, and you can lift the flap here, and you can see him. So these are really, really cool, great way for older kids to learn, very interactive, chock full of information that their little brains can retain because there's just not that much here. Just enough for them to learn. Okay, here's your brain power, flaps on every page, beautiful colors, and these books are all hardback, and they all have really durable pages inside. So they're almost like cardstock again, very, very hard pages. So this is the peek inside, the look inside for the younger minds, and then the see inside for the older minds. So these are all a great addition to your Usborne book library, great way for kids to learn. So I hope that you will get some of these and help your kids love to learn. Thanks so much, guys. Have a nice day.